Scars. They say every scar tells a story. But what if the scars on the faces of presidents, celebrities, and billionaires are not accidents at all? What if these marks are not wounds, but symbols? Signs of a hidden pact, proof of secret initiations, and rituals the world was never meant to see. Tonight, we expose the scars of the elite and the dark meaning behind them. Scars. They say every scar tells a story. But what if the scars on the faces of presidents, celebrities, and billionaires are not accidents at all? What if they are carefully placed signs, visible only to those who know how to read them? At first glance, a cut on the eyebrow or a line across the cheek seems harmless. Maybe they fell while jogging. Maybe it was minor surgery. That's always the excuse, isn't it? A convenient story to explain away something deeper. But when these same scars appear again and again, on figures of immense influence in politics, in Hollywood, in the music industry, the coincidences begin to collapse under their own weight. Throughout history, scars have carried meaning far beyond the physical. In tribal societies, warriors were scarred as a rite of passage. The pain was proof of loyalty, the mark of visible reminder that they belonged to something greater. In secret brotherhoods, cuts were symbols of initiation. In some cultures, shamans carved marks into their skin to open doors to other realms, believing the wound itself was a portal. Now let's fast forward to today. The world may laugh at the idea of ritual scars, but think about it. The elite still follow traditions the public knows nothing about. Their clubs, their lodges, their gatherings in the woods. Everything is soaked in ritual. Do we really believe they left behind the ancient idea of marking the chosen? Why is it that so many powerful men are photographed with scars on the same side of the face? Why do we see cuts that run in perfect alignment, almost geometric in their placement? Why do leaders from opposite sides of the world show up with the same wounds as if drawn from the same ritual script? Of course, the media always tells us, don't look closer. It's nothing, just a fall, just an accident. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Scars can be signatures. They can be seals of loyalty. They can be the silent handshake of the hidden order. And when we place these stories side by side, when we line up the images, the excuses, and the symbols, a chilling possibility emerges. Maybe the scars we see are not signs of weakness or chance, but marks of a pact. Proof of a price paid. A reminder that behind the smiles and the speeches lies a secret initiation that binds them all. Every wound leaves a trace, but not every trace is meant to fade. Some are designed to last, to signal allegiance, to whisper secrets only the initiated can understand. When we look closer at the scars of the elite, something strange emerges. Their placement is not random. The forehead, the temple, the cheekbone, even the area around the eye, all of these are locations that carry deep occult meaning. In Freemasonry and secret brotherhoods, the forehead has long been seen as the seat of illumination. A cut across the brow, it echoes the idea of the third eye, the gateway to hidden knowledge. An initiation scar here is not just a mark of injury. It's a declaration. This one has seen what others cannot. The cheek and lips. In ancient ritual texts, they symbolized the word of power. A scar near the mouth becomes a seal, a reminder that the initiate has sworn an oath of silence. Speak the truth of the order, and you bleed again. And then there are the scars near the eye. To the untrained eye, they're accidents. But to the initiated, they recall the eye of Horus, the all-seeing symbol of protection, sacrifice, and knowledge. Some believe that cutting near the eye is a twisted imitation of this symbol, an offering of sight, a pledge of vision. Tribal societies did the same for centuries. Warriors of the Dogon tribe in Africa carved scars around their eyes as marks of initiation. Ancient Celtic groups cut patterns into their faces during ceremonies of allegiance. And in secret medieval orders, ritual cuts were believed to let the light in, as if the wound itself allowed spiritual illumination. Now ask yourself, why do today's leaders, men and women who claim to be rational, modern, and above superstition, carry the same kinds of scars? Why do they appear in patterns that align with rituals from thousands of years ago? The answer may lie in what insiders have whispered for decades. The elite are bound by rituals of blood. To join the highest circles, you must sacrifice. Pain is proof. The scar is the seal. This is why so many of these figures appear in public unapologetically marked. Because to them the mark is not shame, it is pride. It is proof of initiation. It is the hidden code of the occult world, displayed right in front of us. And still the media tells us, nothing to see here. But every mark, every cut, every carefully explained accident may be part of a far older language, the language of the hidden order. From the beginning of human history, blood has been more than a liquid. It has been a symbol of life, of sacrifice, of power. In every corner of the ancient world, the spilling of blood was seen as a sacred act. A way of binding men to gods, tribes to destiny, and initiates to secret brotherhoods. And if you think that such rituals are relics of the past, think again. The obsession with blood is alive and well, hidden in plain sight at the very heart of the world's most powerful circles. Let's go back thousands of years. In Mesopotamia, kings carved their skin with ritual blades to show loyalty to the gods. In Mesoamerican temples, priests cut their own foreheads and tongues, letting blood drip onto sacred altars. For them, blood was the currency of the divine. A gift, a seal, a contract written not in ink, but in life itself. Fast forward to the secret societies of Europe. The Templars, the Rosicrucians, the Freemasons, their initiation rites often involved symbolic bloodletting. A prick of the finger, a drop spilled on parchment, a scar carried as proof. You are one of us now. Your silence is sealed in blood. Your loyalty, irreversible. Now look at the world of today. Why do whispers of blood oaths surround the elite? Why do rumors persist that celebrities, politicians, and magnates go through rituals of cutting, bleeding, or exchanging blood? Because history repeats itself. The form changes, but the essence remains. Blood is binding. It is primal. When shared, it creates a link that no contract, no signature, no handshake can rival. A wound is not just pain, it's a doorway. Through it, they believe energy flows, promises are sealed, and spirits are fed. And the scars we see, they may be more than accidents. They may be the receipts of these rituals. The quiet evidence of ceremonies that the public will never witness. When a leader appears with a fresh cut near his temple, when an actress suddenly has a surgery scar on her cheek, are we seeing mere misfortune? Or are we glimpsing the hidden price of admission into the circles of power? The unsettling truth is this. For the elite, blood has always been the ultimate signature. It stains, its scars, it remembers. And those who spill it, whether their own or someone else's, carry a mark that never fades. So the next time you see a scar on the face of someone untouchable, remember. Blood is the one contract that cannot be broken. And the scar is the proof written not on paper, but on flesh. Masks. One of the oldest tools of power. From tribal shamans to secret brotherhoods, the mask has always been more than a disguise. It is a symbol of transformation, of obedience, of silence. And within the rituals of the elite, masks are everywhere. Think about it. Why would someone powerful, already known and respected, put on a mask? The answer is simple. Because behind the mask, the individual dies. And the initiate is born. In ancient Africa, when a young warrior was initiated, he wore a mask carved with the face of a spirit. Once he put it on, he was no longer himself, he was possessed by the ancestral force. In Mesoamerica, Priests wore masks of jaguars, snakes, or skulls to perform sacrifices. The masks stripped them of human identity, turning them into vessels of the gods. Now look at Europe's secret societies. The Venetian masquerades were not just playful parties. Behind the music and luxury, masks were used by nobles to hide their faces while swearing oaths, making pacts, or committing forbidden acts. In the 18th century, Illuminati initiations often included masked ceremonies where recruits were led into dark halls, blindfolded, until they were reborn under a new name. Even in the modern age, masks reappear. Celebrities wearing strange, faceless masks at fashion shows. Political figures photographed at occult-themed events. Sometimes it looks like art or theater. But what if it's more than that? What if it's ritual continuity, the same ancient practice of hiding the self to mark rebirth? And the scars. They tie directly into this. Many rituals involve cutting or marking the face beneath the mask. The mask hides the wound during the rite. And when it comes off, the initiate carries the proof forever. A scar, a crack, a line of fire on the skin visible only to those who know the code. There's also another layer. Masks are tools of control. When everyone is masked, individuality disappears. You are no longer a person, you are a role, a piece in the ritual, a pawn in the theater of the elite. Some even believe that the modern obsession with masks in society, not just physical masks, but digital avatars, celebrity personas, political facades, is a continuation of the same occult principle. So next time you see a mask in pop culture, ask yourself, is it really fashion? Is it just entertainment? Or are we watching fragments of initiation rituals, played out in plain sight? And those cracks, those scars we sometimes see on faces afterwards. Maybe they are not random. Maybe they are the silent signatures of the rite, the hidden language of power. They say scars should be hidden, covered, forgotten. But what if I told you? The scars of the elite are not accidents. They are not hidden at all. They are placed in the spotlight. Think about it. These people, politicians, celebrities, CEOs, have access to the best doctors, the finest plastic surgeons. A small mark, a cut, even the faintest blemish could be erased in a heartbeat. And yet, we see them, scars under the eye. A mark on the forehead, a cut across the cheek. Why? Because in their world, visibility is the key. These scars are not shame, they are symbols. Worn proudly, but not for you and me. They are a message. Message number 1. A badge of initiation in ancient brotherhoods. An initiate had to carry a visible sign that proved loyalty. A warrior would wear a scar as proof of survival. A priest would carve a symbol on his body as a pact with the gods. Today the elite mirror the same ritual. Only now they hide it in plain sight. When a politician suddenly appears with a strange mark near the eye, the news cycle calls it an accident. But in the coded language of secret societies, it's the confirmation. He has passed the trial. Message number 2. The silent signal to the others. These scars act like a beacon. One scar is enough for other members of the circle to recognize. This one belongs to us. It's the same way secret handshakes once worked for the Freemasons. The same way symbols on architecture whispered to the initiated. A scar on the face is not random, it's the most visible form of signal. It says, I am marked. I obey. I belong. Message number 3. The show for the masses. And here's the twisted part. Sometimes the scars are shown to us, the public, not because we are supposed to understand, but because we are not. It's psychological warfare. By displaying their marks openly, they mock the idea of secrecy. They hide the truth in plain sight, knowing that the average person will dismiss it as just an accident. And this is exactly how occult power thrives, through symbols seen but never understood. Now, imagine the stage. A world leader giving a speech with a fresh scar under his eye. A famous actor walking the red carpet with a strange mark. A pop star covering one eye with a hand as if to draw attention to the wound. Coincidence? Or ritual display? The more you look, the more you realize it's not hidden. It's part of the performance. A scar is not just a wound. It's a script. A script written on the skin for those who know how to read it. And while the world watches blindly, the initiated nod silently. The stage is theirs. The scar is the spotlight. Scars are not always wounds. Sometimes they are signatures. In the shadows of history, in the secret halls of power, these marks are not accidents, they are messages. Messages carved in flesh, in stone, and in memory. Some scars are reminders, some are warnings, and some are invitations. The question is not whether they exist. The question is, are you ready to see them for what they truly are? If you've made it this far, you are already part of the circle that seeks the truth. Don't let the signal fade, subscribe to the hidden order. And together we'll uncover what they never wanted you to know.